It's September 4th, 2013, and I'm heading to work now. Thank you. We've been watching episodes of the television series Star Trek Enterprise. And my wife has been impressed by how big the nine eyes are of Jolene Blaylock to Paul. Excuse me while I return Season 1 to the library. And then also, let's see, what else? I know there is a new Star Trek series going on, which I think should not be called Star Trek. It should be called something else. Something like Kids Trek. You know, for example, when they came up with the new Bugs Bunny cartoons that were more, where all of the Bugs Bunny characters were more like little kitties. Sort of like Kids Trek instead of Star Trek, or what's the name of the current generation? Millennials Trek. Because they'll never be a replacement for the original Star Trek, in my view. Never. No matter what they call it. Or how much people act like the original people. I mean, you think about it, it's kind of retarded to have actors playing, trying to act like the original actors, you know. Oh, you got your Russian on there, and you got your black woman on there, and you got your Vulcan on there, trying to, you know, anyway. So, yeah. And it's sort of like Shakespeare. Doing a Shakespeare play. Yeah, you can have the different actors do it, and I guess that's true. But should you really change the story of Shakespeare? And I realize some people do that a little bit, you know, make it like modern people of BBC and some others have tried to do modern Shakespeare. But changing the basic storylines is not what people do with Shakespeare, and it's not what they should do with Star Trek either. How's that? Can we compare Star Trek to Shakespeare? Well, Shakespeare was a contemporary, was an alive person at one time, right? So, why not? Why not? Although Gene Roddenberry was a little more of a cowboy western, cowboys in space type guy. That's okay. We need cowboys in space. Stephen Hawking was right. We need to get out there. Not just use fucking robots everywhere. If you use fucking robots forever, what happens when the sun gets 10% hotter and boils off all the oceans in 500 million years? And the narcissistic naysayers who say, humans will be extinct by then. Well, not if we can help it, bitch. Maybe you will. Little childless liberal hippie. Maybe you'll be extinct. But I was reading some online tabloid website that a number of movie stars, that it was a surprise that they had kids, from all these different things like one night stands on a layover. And anyway, I guess the fucking hippies can't help but reproduce when they're not careful, even though they claim, I'll just live a child-free life and everything's equal. But the biology sneaks up on the fucking hippies, even just as much as it sneaks up on the conservatives who try to keep their kids from masturbating and stuff like that. Biology sneaks up on us all, the left and the right. The fucking hippies and the Jesus freaks. And thank goodness. Otherwise, we'd be screwed. If we were just left to our own devices, then, people are already left to their own devices, and see what happens. We get the people who think that the child-free life is just as good as the one with a child. Yeah, that's people left to their own devices through, birth control. Those Catholics have a point. It's not just all about what's in the fucking Bible. It's just basic human morality. Huh? Basic human morality and basic human instincts. Thank goodness we got them. Yeah. They're linked into your brain. And it's true that in Mormonism and other religions, they try to teach you to be afraid of sexual thoughts. That Jesus cares whether you're engaging in masturbation or oral sex. Oral sex is not ordained of God, according to Spencer Kimball, the Mormon Church. Well, you know what? If you're a Mormon wife, you should not be wearing your temple garments at night. Or maybe even during the day. It interferes with your ability to be intimate with your husband. Having this fabric on your skin. There's no substitute for skin-to-skin contact, Mrs. Mormon wife. So if you're wearing your G's at night, you're fucking up your marriage right there. No wonder your husband's looking at more porn on the net. Now let me see, how much porn do I look at these days? Not very much, because I have a wife who doesn't wear fucking Mormon garments. Huh? It helps. It helps. It helps, bitch. Don't wear your Mormon garments at night. Then maybe your husband will look at less porn. And don't be afraid of oral sex. Oh, my goodness. Religion can fuck you up, but religion is a natural phenomenon, so you have to separate the lies from the truths. That's the key project. Separating the lies from the truth. That's why I really like that guy, Bart Ehrman. Bart Ehrman. I'm liking him more and more. He helps separate the lies from the truth. You can have your religion. You can have your values. You can be pro-life. You can be anti-birth control. You can be wary of the homosexual agenda. You can keep all that and not embrace the lies of your religion. You don't have to embrace the ultra-lefty dogma, the child-free life bullshit that leads to a dead end, or the bullshit that thinks that living a life where you're spending, the dead end life of the regular homosexual. Now, there are a few limited, some kind of more family values homosexuals, but based on what I saw firsthand with my gay nephew, it can be a petty, dead end, stunted life if you're not careful. So you can reject all that. Those are just human values. You don't have to believe in the lies of your religion to hold on to your human values. Okay? Human values. Humanist values. How's that for humanistism? All those humanist groups think that, oh, hey, people will just be automatically ultra-lefty liberal when they become a humanist. Well, I don't think so. Being natural includes having stigmas for things. That's the key epiphany that I've had. That's the key epiphany. Maybe you can have it too. We'll have a shared epiphany. That might even be a religious experience, but we don't have to lie about things. Huh? We don't have to lie to say the truth. We don't have to lie to say the truth. Indeed. So, can I join your church? You let me know. You let me know if I can join your church. If I don't believe in the divinity of Jesus, but I think there might be some human values that are worth examining in the Bible. And in other books that humans write, whatever humans write is human stuff that comes out. That's the bottom line. Humans write human stuff. Okay. So, and I think some of these groups that have Bart Ehrman on there debating, I think the fact that they let him speak at all is really an indication that they actually believe the guy. They just can't quite move along. They're having trouble moving along the road because they're afraid that without their God, everything is permitted. And they're looking at how the ultra-lefty liberals are acting, and they're thinking, well, hey, and I have to agree with them, if you think without God everything's permitted, well, if you look at the ultra-lefty liberals, you might think that's damn right. So you better hold on to your belief. Well, you can codify your values and not, without having to rely on the supposed divinity of your Jesus. Just say that you value that as a group and that you can examine things objectively and see what happens to people's lives when they, have a child-free life. I'm going to have a child-free life and everything will be equal. You just examine it, just say, okay, that doesn't make people happy in the long run. And it leaves them as zero on the Great Mandala. Remember Peter, Paul, and Mary, the Great Mandala? Take your place on the Great Mandala. You must choose now or you will lose now. Some such thing. Check that song out. Okay. So, alrighty. So have fun. As much as you can. And some fun includes work. That's the thing the hippie needs to learn. Fun includes work, hippie. Not just staring at your own navel all your life. Alright, bye.